I'm Andy Blazek, ODOT Project Engineer, District 3.
My name is Mark Nash. I was the superintendent for Great Lakes on the project on Route 3.
My name is Matt DeSapri, and I'm a project manager for Great Lakes Construction.
My name is Sean Corcoran with E.L. Robinson. I'm the design engineer in this project.
Essentially, the project consisted of removing and replacing about 4 miles of roadway. The existing pavement reached its life expectancy. A lot of the joints were failing underneath the asphalt. So we did about from where we're standing, 2 miles to the east and 2 miles to the west.
We did cement stabilization and new asphalt pavement throughout the project. Also did some turn lane modifications, signal upgrades, safety improvements, including rumble stripes, guardrail, some raised concrete median islands. The project awarded on October 8th of 2020. The original completion date was August of 2022 with an original bid amount of $7,900,000. We did have a 150-day closure on one portion of the project. We met all those milestones, and in addition we had a 45-day closure, a complete closure up north, and we met all those milestones as well.
The project was completed with over 10,000 man-hours on the project. There were no lost time incidents. There were no OSHA recordables.
During the pre-construction meeting, we identified a number of project-specific goals we wanted to hit upon. Number one was reducing the number of construction claims.
Another goal was to reduce the number of and value of change orders. I guess maybe this being a design build makes it a little bit easier to do that, but we still were able to accomplish that goal. During construction, there were 3 change orders that came about and were agreed upon with ODOT.
Number 3 was increasing value engineering savings. This one we were able to save approximately $16,000 by leaving some of the temporary pavement in place as a permanent buildup.
The idea was just to put it in place and leave it in place, kind of a win-win for both sides. It was a mutually beneficial scenario for ODOT and Great Lakes, and it was successful.
Number 4 was completing the contract on or before the contract completion date.
The project was originally scheduled for approximately 2 years, starting in April of 21 and finishing in August of 22. We noticed at bid time there was an opportunity to get this done in 1 year, so we scheduled it through our P6 and figured out that we could do it with some extra hours, a little hard work, and working in multiple places at the same time. While we were working on the east end on the single lane closure, we were also working around the 71 ramps and the 71 overhead pass, so we kind of broke the job into 3 separate phases for ourselves so we could work all of them independently and then tie them all together with the MOT.
Once the schedule came out, at least the anticipated schedule of construction would be a compressed design schedule. Obviously, E.L. Robinson will put however many man hours it takes to get the job done, and working with a newer program or open roads designer also presented its unique challenges, and we were able to get it all done on time and get the plans ready for the contractor to do the work.
Thanks to Great Lakes' aggressive schedule, we were able to substantially complete our job early December. And last was creating a positive team culture.
So the very beginning of the project, starting with the pre-construction meeting and the design of the project, I would say everybody at ODOT, E.L. Robinson, and Great Lakes were pretty much an open book. It seemed like everybody was always available for meetings or phone calls or separate emails to keep design progressing. The communication was great throughout the project from start to finish.
Sean and Jason were great throughout the design. They were in each of the meetings, so any questions we had, whether it was on the project level or from our office on the design aspect of it, we were able to get answers almost immediately.
There was one major claim on this project that was involving the quality of the 19mm intermediate course. Specifically, it was a discrepancy in the areas that were to be repaired after the intermediate placement. That claim started out at the project level as a step 1 and did divert into the DRA process successfully.
Tom Highland was our DRA.
Having a knowledgeable dispute resolution advisor, somebody with a lot of background in the industry that's been on a lot of construction projects and has seen a lot of things, that knowledge goes a long way.
We also had Beth Wilson, who was acting on ODOT's behalf as a facilitator and really did a great job to help coordinate the quarterly meetings that we had, as well as help coordinate and take part in the DRA process that we did go through on this project.
Noticing that we thought we could get the project done in 1 year and not go into a second year, it's going to take a lot of buy-in from the subcontractors. There were some big players with the cement stabilization, the asphalt, striping, MOT shifts, stuff like that took a lot of coordination. We were able to let them know weeks in advance when we expected them to be there, what they needed to be done, how much needed to be done, and all our subcontractors came through for us and helped us get this job complete in a single year.
One of our design challenges during the design process was Great Lakes wanted to avoid the use of portable concrete barrier wall throughout the project. This is about 2 miles in length of portable concrete that we were anticipating. However, talking it through between our office and E.L. Robinson, we were able to come up with a method that met all of our specs for the drop-off and avoid the use of portable concrete barrier throughout.
They did not drop the speed limit down, so we had to worry about traffic doing 50 miles an hour and having a drop-off too close to traffic. Whenever we removed pavement, we made sure we had a buffer there, a shoulder, a taper, to make sure if anybody did drive in the cut, they weren't dropping into the cut. They were kind of easing their way into it.
Like any project, there are multiple utilities crossing the road, alongside the road, and this project was no different. With our cement stabilization, we were close to or potentially impacting some of these utilities crossing, so obviously coordination and communication with them was key to make sure that no disruption or impacts were encountered in the field.
The partnering on this project was very apparent right from the get-go. ODOT's willingness to work with us and being open book, and us do the same with them, and involving ELR in a lot of decisions really made the project go smoothly and let us get it done in a timely fashion.
Partnering is all about communication, being open and honest, and having that trust. It's just like any other relationship you have. If you have that trust and that transparency, I mean, things are going to go well and you're going to be successful.